Tom Brady is headed to his third straight Super Bowl and ninth overall next Sunday. He'll have a chance to win his sixth title, which would put him way ahead of any other quarterback. Even Shannon, he admitted it, calling him the GOAT now. He did it earlier this week. He kind of admitted to it.
He kind of walked it back a little
bit
there.
there.
A little bit.
He acknowledged it. I don't know if Rob Parker is going to feel the same way. So here's the thing, Rob. You have been predicting the beginning of the end for the Patriots ever since I started. And since I started the show, it's all I hear from you. So how upset are you that Brady is heading back to a Super Bowl?
I'm not upset at all. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, especially in the choke job by the Kansas City Chiefs. And you know, when you look at Andy Reid, come on, Skip, I'm going there. Andy Reid, Shannon, is the worst coach of all time. Every time there's a big game, he had it all laid out. At home, you got the new hotness as quarterback. The Patriots had lost 3 AFC championships in a row on the road. The Patriots had lost 5 games to all non-playoff teams on the road. I can't even draw it up any better.
Right.
It's all laid out for you. What do? Goose egg in the first half at home. Goose egg. You cannot have that. People are like, well, you can't blame Andy because the defense, and they wind up scoring 31 points and all that. No. What they allowed Tom Brady to do, and Tom Brady, Skip, you know it, Shannon knows it, Jenny knows it, remains the luckiest of all time because we all saw that third interception to end the game. It was there. The offsides, only Tom Brady gets that. Nobody else gets that. Where he coughs up the game like he did at the Super Bowl last year.
Offside? Did he
no,
line
but
up
that's not my
offside
point.
by a yard?
My point is that
by a yard offside?
That's how lucky the guy is, all right? Also, Edelman, he nicked the ball with his thumb. I watched it.
Rob.
And the original call on the field, Shannon, is what?
Reaching.
Is what? They said that he touched it.
Yes.
And you have to go to the video to say that without question there's not enough evidence to overturn it. It wasn't like they said he didn't touch it at first and then they watched the video. So the call on the field normally stands unless you're absolutely sure. I watched the video 8 times. Were you absolutely sure it didn't touch his thumb?
The ref said he got his thumbs out of the way.
I could not tell. And now here's the last part, Skip Bayless, and you know this. Blake Bortles could have done what Tom Brady did.
Rob,
and hear me out.
No.
If you don't get any pressure on a quarterback, Shannon, and you allow an NFL caliber quarterback to have free reign to make passes without any pressure. They didn't touch the guy, and the one time they touched him, what happened?
Rob.
Threw a flag.
They threw a flag for roughing the passer.
The ball has gone in 2.1 seconds on average. It's gone so fast, he wore the pass rush. The best pass rush in pro football, he wore it out throughout the game.
They had the most sacks and didn't sack him one time. A 41-year-old quarterback.
Couldn't get to him.
They couldn't get to him.
No, because the ball's gone too fast.
And you're going to tell me that a quarterback, given time, without being pressured, I never see anybody.
I don't know if Blake Bortles could do that, but I know a lot of quarterbacks that could.
Nobody could get the ball away 2.1 seconds. It's just impossible what he's doing. He's speed reading and picking the exact right guy to throw it to, and the ball is gone before the rush can get there. The Chargers had a top 5 pass rush.
So when he threw
they couldn't touch him.
When he threw the pick in the end zone in the first quarter,
terrible idea. He just got fooled by Reggie.
Tom Brady was en route to 3 interceptions and a horrific night, and he got bailed out.
Rob? He went 13 of 19 on third down. It's impossible. There's only one way the Patriots are going to steal that game, and they stole it. And it was because their quarterback kept converting on third down, 9 of the 13 by throwing the football, and kept the ball away from Patrick Mahomes to the tune of 44 minutes to only 21 minutes. Belichick's defense got slaughtered in the fourth quarter to the tune of 24 points in 3 clock minutes. That's all Mahomes had the ball in the fourth quarter because that's all he really needed to score 24. And Brady still pulled it out with 2 long drives, clutch throw after clutch throw. And then in overtime, he goes 3 straight 3rd and 10 conversion passes. That is hard to do. And they are gone like that. And he's hitting receivers right here. Gronk once, and obviously Edelman twice. Here's what I want to get to, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay, there's something operating here that's deeper than just football, because to me, I don't know Tom Brady. I've never spoken to him. I've never spoken
I don't know
to
Tom Brady either.
Okay, and I don't love what he posts on Instagram, but it's just like the flip side of Barry Bonds. I knew Barry Bonds, and I didn't like him, but I think he was the greatest player ever. I don't know Tom Brady, and I don't care about any of the off-field stuff. Not one thing off-field. All I know is what my eyes tell me. I'm going to borrow this man's word, virtuoso performance against the Chargers, virtuoso against Kansas City. He is playing quarterback at the highest level. It's the hardest position to play in all of sports, and he's coming as close to mastering that position as we've ever seen, because he's doing it quicker than anybody's ever done it. So to me, it's a privilege and honor, because he's 41 years of age, and he's not going to be around forever. And to be able to sit and watch him every Sunday, I'm in awe. I'm getting to watch him at the highest level in the AFC Championship game on the road against the hottest young gun in pro football. And this kid is wildly talented. And he just said, I'm going to beat you at a game of keep away, because that's the only way I can beat you. I can't outgun you. I can't beat you 60-59, but I can beat you 44-21, which is clock minutes, right?
Yep.
So help me out here. It's something off the field that is flipping your deepest switch, where you just don't like this guy. And I don't know exactly what it is.
It's nothing personal with Tom Brady. I don't know Tom Brady. I've been in interviews when they've played the Lions in Detroit. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But I don't know him. I don't like the way that they cover Tom Brady. And I think that that's part of, like, the nausea in NFL America is no matter how the game ends, it's Tom Brady. And I'll give you a perfect example. That was the same way that Tim Tebow was covered. There was a game where Tim Tebow maybe had, I don't know, less than 80 yards passing, and the kicker kicked a 89-yard field goal. And after the game, right, as the field goal, the camera's on Tim Tebow as if he just kicked the 89-yard field goal.
Okay, I'll give you some of that, but this is the greatest quarterback ever.
But this is the same thing.
Tim Tebow never even thought about being in the same universe.
But it doesn't matter. Like
Rob's problem is no matter how good someone else plays around him, it always goes back to Tom Brady.
Sony Michel had 3 touchdowns against the Chargers and the offensive line, but the story was about Tom Brady.
Right.
And I'm not saying that he didn't play well, but any other running back who had 3 touchdowns in a big playoff game would have gotten. And a rookie, his first game ever, playoff game ever.
You're right.
And the story's Tom Brady.
Okay, this is 19 years, 41 years of age.
I get it. But there was also a 10-year stretch. And the other part is that since you asked me, is that anybody else, they never mentioned that Tom Brady was busted for cheating. It's like it never happened. He was suspended, whether you agree with it or not. Same thing. Bill Belichick. There's a lot of fans who can't accept or embrace the Patriots because of all the other stuff that they've done. And if it's anybody else, every time they mention that guy, you know, Tom Brady, who was busted for cheating back in whatever year it was, never gets mentioned. Like, everything's great.
Quick point of order. I never heard or saw any hard, real, convincing evidence that Tom Brady cheated.
That's fine.
Bill Belichick, red-handed, caught, busted.
Was he suspended by the league?
Yeah, he was.
When Tom Brady was asked by Peter Alexander from NBC News, I'll never forget it, is Tom Brady a cheater? I don't think so. That's what Tom Brady said. And to this day, he was suspended whether we like it or not, and that's a fact that never gets talked about. So when you talk about, and the same thing with the Bill Belichick, you can say he got busted red-handed. Having the defensive signals helps who? That's all I'm asking. Who does that help? Does that not help Tom Brady?
Okay, but Sunday he was really good, and you won't give him any credit.
I didn't say I didn't give him any credit. He played relatively well, especially in overtime.
By the way, I do need to congratulate the New England Patriots for their Instagram video they posted of Rob Parker, because it was cleverly done.
Did you see that?
I saw it.
Last week on this show and on Colin Coward's The Herd show, obviously, Rob went on a rant worthy of Dr. King, I thought, about how America will be freed from the Patriots.
And the reign of terror, right?
Right. And they spliced in highlights of Brady to Gronkowski, Rex Burkhead for the touchdown.
My phone started buzzing like crazy once they dropped that.
So thanks to the Patriots for helping me out.
You got a lot of Instagram followers now.
That's right. Yeah. I probably got about 100 now.
Switch your tune.
Okay, so I got to ask this. Did the possible Trump connection rub you the wrong way? Because he had the hat in his locker. This is well before the election, right?
Not that he supported Trump. You can support whoever you want.
Right.
But that you wouldn't acknowledge it, like the hat's in your locker.
It just so happens to be in that spot so everybody can see
it. And then when everything kind of... Then Tom acted like, oh, wait a minute, there's a million pictures of you playing golf with Trump and you hanging out with him, so don't act like you don't know him now. That's all I'm saying.
It felt like he wanted to distance himself from Donald Trump, whereas the owner of the New England Patriots, who you really admire, right?
Yep.
He is one of Donald Trump's closest friends, and he willingly acknowledged that publicly by saying that Donald Trump, after he lost his wife, was about 3 years ago.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, that Donald Trump called him, according to Robert Kraft, once a week for 52 straight weeks just to check in and say, are you okay? So that doesn't dissuade you from liking Robert Kraft.
But he acknowledged it.
That's what I'm right, Shannon, right?
Don't hide.
We all have friends that maybe, you know what I mean?
Everybody doesn't like or they've done something in the past that, okay, but he's my friend. I don't agree with what he did or what he said, but he's still my friend. But I think the thing is that when President Trump says something, Mr. Kraft doesn't have a problem saying, no, I don't agree with that. And he was wrong in that situation. But look, Tom, you vote who you vote for, you like who you like, but to all of a sudden have that hat positioned the way it was positioned, and to pretend like, oh, how did I get there? Who put that hat there?
Exactly.
That was the problem a lot of people have. But hey, I can't take anything else away from it, Rob. I fought as long as I could. I can't. Aaron might have more talent. He might be a better thrower of the football. But it's hard to believe with 1:40 on the clock and you need a touchdown for the win or to tie the game, you would want any other quarterback. Because what I've seen from my 26 years of playing organized football, played 14 years in the NFL, I've never seen a player be able to summons his greatness more times and when he needs it the most than Tom Brady. I played with John, had a lot of come from behind wins with John Elway. But what I've seen this guy do, time in and time out, I've never seen anything like it. Like you say, you've never seen anybody hit the ball like Barry. I've never seen a quarterback be able to a great player, forget the position, summons up greatness more often in which he can and when he needs it the most. Because that's the mark of a great player, when you need to be great. We've seen a lot of great guys not be able to come through in the clutch. But for him to be able to summons it up, time in and third and Rob, there were 3 third and 10s. 3.
Well, you don't have to tell me, I know.
Yeah,
I'll be in Atlanta next week, so maybe me and Tom, I'll talk to him.
Oh, okay.